Thank you for joining us. This is Mature Living, and I'm Mary Yanez, Director of the Senior Adult Program at the El Paso Community College. And so we want to continue our show starting, of course, this fall. Classes are already starting for our seniors. And of course, the classes are all no tuition, so they're free. But we also want you to register because that's how you get into classes. So you can call us at 915-831-7801. And I'm glad I'm getting that done at the beginning because we have so much to talk about. We're going to introduce you to one of our instructors that teaches the Expressions of Life class, Nancy Lorenza Green. She has a master's in education, and she does a fabulous job with her class, a beautiful class. And of course, you've brought one of your students, Dorian Clouser, who's also a faculty member.
Yes.
And you teach art.
Yes, drawing and portrait.
Drawing and portrait. And so, Nancy, I'm going to turn it over to you because we just want to find out about Expressions of Life. What is that class about?
Expressions of Life is about a dialogue among community members, ¿verdad? A dialogue, pláticas.
Yes.
We get to talk about our lives. We get to talk about our childhood experiences, our relatives, our families. And we get to talk about the places where we have lived and where we have traveled. We get to talk about food.
Absolutely. The recipes, huh?
All the recipes, and also the remedios, you know, the home remedies that our grandmothers prepared for us so that we could heal. We get to write about our experiences. We get to draw,
Yes.
¿verdad? And to express ourselves. Use visual art in different ways to express ourselves. We get to listen to music and to different educators in the community. I like to bring in video.
Yes.
We use YouTube as a resource to be able to access information that ordinarily we wouldn't get.
Yes.
And so this last semester, for example, we were able to view Dr. Boland's video on liminal time. What is that? That threshold, the in-between time that we are all living through because of the pandemic and many other issues that are going on in our communities, and how important it is for us to be able to support each other, to look for ways of healing and mending, sometimes mending those fences. Maybe there may be some separations in our families, but this is a good time for us to come together as families and then to write about that.
And you know, your class is online, so it makes it very convenient for our seniors that are homebound that can join the class online.
Yes, and there's we also accept volunteers to come into the class.
Yes.
You know, students like Dorian, like Concepcion Orueta, who are educators themselves. And of course, when you have joined the class, Mary, you bring a wealth of experience and information that is very uplifting to the entire class.
Mm.
And so we learn from each other, and we challenge each other to listen to different types of perspectives in a very respectful
Yes.
way.
I think it's a very trusting environment.
Yes.
And I think that matters. We might stop for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, turn off the mic and sit and think after we've talked about something, and we reflect, we write, and then we hear each other's writing. So it's a wonderful experience.
And sometimes they're funny. They're funny stories. Sometimes they're sad stories or very impressionable. I don't think we've cried.
I have.
Our instructor has. Very
yes,
touching
very
stories.
touching stories.
Well,
And
you went on a trip on the train, and you've got a play all in mind.
I've got a play going. I'm putting it down slowly, you know, and I've written some notes already to do a play on the special train car.
Mhm.
And so I was going to call it the handicap train car, but Nancy said, maybe we better tweak it a little bit, make it a very special, the special populations that board airplanes and trains, and that's going to be wonderful once I get done with it. But what have you written, Dorian? Tell us about your.
The very first time I took the class, I had an intention very clear that I want to do a picture with family members, even family members I never met because they had died before I was born. I haven't accomplished that yet, but I have done a drawing, and I had enlarged it, and I have worked at it. I've asked for pictures from family members, which have come forward a little bit, and I do plan to do that. So it would be a watercolor on a full sheet of paper with about 17 people in it.
Oh my goodness.
So in my backyard of my family's home, it was large, and we had a volleyball net, and we had a swing between two trees, and I want to put everybody at the swing set that was a bench seat, because we took a lot of photos there. And I want the two trees on either side to be the fathers of my mother and my father, who I never met. And I want them to be there as the pillar of the trees of two families. So, yeah, and the grandkids keep coming, so that's an intention. So I want to go with art with it, but we've done a lot of writing. So I've taken this class 4 times, and I'm excited to be in it again. And I think I have a trusted friend here,
Our seniors never graduate.
That's right. They just keep evolving.
They just keep coming back for more writing experience.
And you're both describing the independent projects that you designed. And that's a very important part of the class, where each person makes some decisions about what is it that they would like to create during the class, or at least design or plan, just like you have with your play, and just like Dorian has done with that particular painting. She has done other independent work and presented it already. We're also publishing the writings, ¿verdad? So, and then we share the writings among the class, all of the participants, and then we also make it available to community, to our family members, to friends, so that even volunteers are able to contribute some of their thoughts. I'd like to read what Claudia Ley.
Yes, wonderful.
When we were at Centro Mujeres de la Esperanza, because we've been in different sites during the time that we could meet live. Now we're online, but during the time that we could meet live, we were at Centro Mujeres de la Esperanza, ¿verdad? At the Ambrosio Guillén Veteran Center. And at Centro Mujeres de la Esperanza, Claudia Ley, who is a tremendous artist here in El Paso, and is now working as a consultant after doing a fellowship at the Smithsonian Latino Center. This is what Claudia wrote about expressions of life. We gather to share our life stories of the yesterdays, which have become our silence or voices of today. Forgotten memories suddenly sparked by a simple question, a breathtaking image, and some soothing sound. We give ourselves this time, this day, to write, to meditate, express, and create a leading community, to share these memories, tell our stories, even when words cannot be translated. But rather, these expressions of life come together through a simple dialogue, a collage, a song, and writing. Art as conversation, community, and writing captures the beauty of shared wisdom and knowledge as it creates a community of friendship and hope.
I think
That
that's
is so
lovely.
beautiful. That is.
We have a lady not here today, Concepcion, who's going through some difficulties medically. And that's one of the things about teams being online. She can be in this class and even in bed, and she can be talking to us without the video on. And she is a wonderful contributor. She's been part of the class a long time. And there are other people who have had health issues that have been able to be part of it. I think that's a really wonderful thing about Teams. And some people are afraid of downloading Teams, but they'll help you with the senior adult program, and there's a way with technology. It's no scary thing.
No.
It's able to be done.
So
and
wonderful.
then you get on it. If you've done Zoom or a family member has, it's
And
easy
we're on
to
Teams,
do.
by the way, Microsoft
Right.
Teams. Yeah.
We're on Teams.
And you know, can you say something special about Miss Arieta Concepcion?
Concepcion is a retired educator, originally from Distrito Federal, and she is an amazing writer.
Mexico.
Yes, Distrito Federal in Mexico, ¿verdad? And she's an amazing writer who has been attending Expressions of Life for at least 3 or 4 semesters as well. And during that time, she made some decisions, because she usually writes in Spanish, beautifully written work in Spanish, and then she challenged herself to then translate it into English. And now she's someone who, for the class publication, may submit maybe 7 pieces that are in English and in Spanish. You know, and I have the utmost respect because of who she is as a person and as an educator. She's one who uplifts us all.
Beautiful. I'd like to now, we've got about 3 minutes left, so I want to hear your writing, your piece
Okay, I
that
have
you
one.
brought.
It's a simple piece about a little black cat I have. It's a poem. Ruth. Ebony, alert, athletic and charming, smart and fearless, trusting and quick to respond, she knows her name. Ruth is a Bombay cat, sweet and a body hugger, willing to leap from my back to top closet shelves. She is 6, 1 of 5. Her litter was orphaned young. She is the twin of her mother. Not a cuddler. Don't hold me, she says. On her terms, she will reside on my back all night, or not. Kind, friendly, she licks hand cream off my husband's fingers. I don't know why. Ingenue, she is my macaroni and cheese.
Oh, that's beautiful. And that reminds me of my piece about my little pet, little companion, Sammy from the cemetery. I didn't bring my story because it's a little long, but I'm going to add some pictures for that publication. I have some pictures of Sammy with me, and then alone, and with a little tuxedo. You know? So I can't wait till that's published. And so this is from the Expressions of Life class.
Yes.
And I had never thought that I would write about my little doggy Sammy. And so we appreciate our pets, our grandchildren, our family members, even those that are far, far away. And so anybody that is in the community or at a distance can register for the class because it's online.
Yes.
So
And so-
this was kind of comical and fun, whimsical, simple.
Yes.
But we've also done heavier things. The semester before, we talked about the 40 assets, which were part of a, what was the group? The Search
It's the Search
Foundation?
Institute.
Yes.
And the 40 developmental assets are basically the strengths that we all need as human beings to be able to lead healthy, fruitful lives. And the importance, for example, of family support.
Yes.
And at any age, especially now for us that are, facing sometimes an uncertain future, but as we age, that we also need that family support.
I'd like to invite Nancy to come back and talk about those 40 developmental assets, because it helps for children as they develop, but it also up to our mature
We discussed
age.
it for the seniors because it was COVID, and we were looking at such a major change. So I think we talk about a lot of current events, a lot of
That's
current topics, and Nancy does structure it so that every semester is not the same topics.
Yes.
We've looked at some YouTube videos, some cartoons that didn't necessarily have words, but had music,
Yes.
so that we would interpret them and talk about where that.
Yes.
It's a jumping off point to have a conversation.
Yes.
So
And
we've done a lot of different kinds of conversations.
Yes.
So Nancy, to kind of wrap up, would you tell us when your class is held and how they can register?
We meet online on Tuesdays from 3 to 5 p.m. And the senior adult program office is extremely helpful in guiding potential students to register and provide information about the class
And
itself.
it runs about 12 weeks.
Correct.
So it's a pretty
Yes.
good
So it's
class.
2 hours on Tuesday.
Yes.
It's
One-
from 3
once
to
a week.
5.
3
yeah.
to 5.
Very good. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I really enjoyed regrouping with my students and my teacher and my
qué lindo.
instructors. And thank you
you.
so much for being here.
Thank you.
We certainly hope, and we do have the class schedule, if I may show it, that you can ask for if you call our office at 915-831-7801. Thank you, ladies. I love this conversation. I want to just keep going if we can. Okay?
Thank
Stick
you.
around.
Thank you for your leadership, Mary.
Thank you. And so we'll be back with another guest.
Hi, my name is Yvette Lugo. I'm the director for the Area Agency on Aging. Our mission is to try to help older adults stay as independent and in the communities for as long as possible, as well as helping to support family caregivers in their role as caring for their aging loved ones. Our agency offers a variety of services and supports that can help in a variety of situations, everything from basic information and referral to help in the home. We encourage you to please call our office at 533-0998 so that we can try to assist you with your needs. Thank you.
Well, thank you for staying with us. We have one more guest that I know we've invited before, but we want to reconnect because, of course, this is our first show, or second show actually, for the fall. And so we want to invite Estrella Ramirez, who is the owner and publisher of the El Paso and Las Cruces Seniors Guide. And you may have seen some of these little booklets around town and in important places, and especially in the places where seniors hang out. So thank you for being with
Oh,
us.
no, thank you so much for inviting me, Mary.
Yes.
An honor.
Now, you know, this senior guide has been around for a while now. Of course, COVID impacted all of us
Everything, yes.
in many ways and in different ways. But the senior guide, I remember going to some of your meetings.
Yes, we had a networking event called the SPIN, Senior Provider Industry Network.
Yes.
And I had speakers like yourself, talk to us and educate us on different services that, we have throughout El Paso for seniors. So.
Tell me how you got interested in doing this directory of senior services, and when, how long was it ago that you started it?
We started the El Paso Seniors Guide back in June of 2017, pre-COVID.
Yes.
And, it's a little bit more of a personal reason why we started, why I started El Paso Seniors Guide. I have parents that are, in their 70s, and they started needing help. And I just felt like there wasn't a place where I could, find services for them or things for them to do to keep them busy, keep them occupied, keep them, still, because they're active,
Yes.
And I just, that's where it kind of was born, the idea.
And I
from my
noticed that one of
parents.
these pages, aside from all the other services you promote, are the events. A
Yes.
calendar of events.
Our calendar of events is a huge
It's
success.
popular.
It's very popular with our seniors, and because our seniors are active. I mean, just they want to go out and dances and mariachis.
Yes, I see.
Yes. So we have different events such as. I think there's mariachis. They can go knitting. They can go to the outdoor markets. So they love the calendar.
Is this a monthly
Yes,
publication?
we're a monthly publication. We come out every first of the month. We're at we put them throughout El Paso. So
Yeah.
yes.
And what are some of the places where people can pick up the senior guide?
We have approximately close to 400 locations throughout El Paso, northeast, east side, west side. We go up to Fabens, and we have them at all the senior centers.
Yes.
We have them at the libraries. We have them at hundreds of doctors' offices throughout.
So your publication's a pretty large printing.
Yes,
How
we
many
are.
do you print?
We do 10,000 a month. Yes.
And so, does it kind of give you a great pleasure and satisfaction to be able to be involved with the elders?
You know what? It does. I really enjoy when I get calls. that they really, they really are appreciative that, somebody put something like this for them. Because unfortunately, it's kind of we think seniors and that they're just going to be sitting down and that they're not going to be active, but it's total opposite. They have
They
energy and
we
they wanna,
think that
yes.
seniors are not doing anything, and we want them to come out, more to come out. But there's a lot of seniors that have more energy than I have.
Yes,
sometimes
yes.
more energy than the
Yes,
young folks.
Yes, definitely. So,
You know,
so it's
they're
great. It's great.
amazing.
Yes, it's great when I get the calls when they call me. Oh, has it come out already? They they wait for it for the new one every month because we have new of course new advertisers that they want to get out there. And then of course we have new events every month. So and it's always a different person on the cover. So it's
good.
always interesting because they're like, oh, I know this person on the front cover. So it's very.
So you use locals.
We try to use local as much as we can.
That
yes.
is so good.
So
good.
it's with COVID, of course, it was a little bit different because we couldn't have go to places and stuff to get pictures. But yeah.
And so Estrella, just thinking about how, of course, this is a physical publication, but can they also reach you through the web, your website?
Yes, we have a website actually that we have. It's www.elpasosenior.com.
And does the whole publication come out there?
Yes, you can actually go through there's a section there that you can go ahead and kind of just turn the pages, and there's actually even more events there. Just because there's only a certain amount that fit on our magazines, so we try to put more online. And we have articles, very interesting articles that they can read.
Good. So if there are some advertisers that want to get a hold of you as well, I'm sure they can call you, and we'll give the phone number in a minute.
Yes.
I've heard about, like, for example, Mission Hearing Aid Center. I heard that they do a very good job with the hearing aids.
Yes, they're.
And of course, there's the Good Samaritan. So you can really, insurance resources, El Paso Health.
Yes, this is, they can find all types of services and resources. They can find services like not just, for their loved one, that for themselves, they can find services that they can, they need help at home because, for example, your parents are already, you need a little bit of help because you go to work and, you want somebody there at home, they can find the service there.
So we have community-based resources,
community-based services,
and programs that are community-based. And so, this is kind of in a nutshell, a nice little guide to have. And each month, sometimes your advertisers are different.
Yes, yes, we're always adding more advertisers. We're always, these are our sponsors, for, thanks to these, advertisers, we're able to have a seniors magazine here in El Paso. So, it's they trust our magazine is trusted by the seniors because it's been around for so long. So the businesses that are on our magazine, they're pretty, they're very trusted now. Because it takes a while to trust businesses sometimes, especially with our senior community. That sometimes they get taken advantage of.
Absolutely,
and that's the last thing we want. So
and part of these events. There's going to be lots of, protecting our seniors from fraud, cybercrime.
Yes.
The phone calls that they're getting. Maybe that would be a good topic to talk about. And I know Adult Protective Services also does different workshops through the Silver Star Board events to protect our seniors and to keep them sharp.
Yes.
Not
as a
to
matter
give
of
out
fact,
any information.
definitely. We have El Paso Electric, as a matter of fact, they have an ad with us, and they're promoting, trying to help out, spread the word about the scam call, like when they call and stuff. So they have a number to call and report, because of course, they're not gonna call and charge you the electric bill. So I know several people that have been scammed, and it's really sad.
Oh, and it's not even thousands of dollars; it's hundreds of thousands of dollars that seniors, and you can't get it back.
Yes,
you cannot get it back, and they're losing the little bit of income that they earn and on a fixed income. And so we certainly want to bring this topic up. So if you come across another speaker that can talk about this, I know
definitely will.
The FBI, the local FBI office offered protecting our seniors from scams and fraud, and through the county attorney's office, and then also through the Senior Adult Program and the FBI Citizens Academy. And then, of course, APS, Adult Protective Services, is having another one on financial.
Oh, good.
Financial, protecting seniors from financial
Yes.
Crimes and so
Anything we
fraud.
can do to help, you know.
Absolutely.
And to spread the word. That's what we're here for too. You know, we're community based. We're local. We love helping. You know, local based services that are out there, that resources that they can take advantage of.
Is there a particular highlight that you want to share over the years of who you've met and you know, the work that you're doing? You know, is there something particular that kind of comes
stands
to
out?
mind? And
You know, I've met several people throughout. You know, we had a networking group
Yes.
that I put together, and it was specifically for, I guess, service people that worked in the industry, which was called, our group was called a SPIN, Senior Provider Industry Network. And so we would invite different people from, you know, insurance to home health to assisted livings to, you know, just people in general, and that work with seniors. And it was really interesting to see that a lot of these people, how much they enjoyed working in this, you know.
it's almost a passion, isn't
yes,
it?
Yes,
It's a passion. It's like a mission.
Yes.
It's like they really invest
Yes.
themselves into their work.
Yes, you know, they do have love. I mean, the people that I've met, like I tell you, you know, Aurora from Solstice, you know, she loves what she does. She loves, you know, working and helping seniors. And, you know, Debbie, you know, we're working with Hospice of El Paso. She's, you know, so it's been very satisfying to see that there's people that really do care about helping. And, you know, just like I tell you, because I have parents, and I love, you know, seeing people that really do care about their our
Yes.
elders. So
And so the El Paso's kind of like that. We're a very caring
Yes,
community.
yes.
And you know, we share information. We don't, you know, hold back. When they ask me for a referral, yes, and here's this one and this one, and call this agency, the Area Agency on Aging,
Yes.
Adult Protective Services. Maybe I'll start memorizing your phone number
Yes.
and say
Sending them to
go
us.
ahead and call Estrella Ramirez.
Yes.
She knows a lot of contacts.
Not-
We're open again, 100%. And we're ready to go and meet
thank you
with
so much. Yes, thank you so much for inviting me, and, you know, spreading the word about our magazine, and, you know, to help our active seniors out there stay more
Very
active.
Okay, we've been talking with Estrella Ramirez. She is the publisher and owner of the El Paso Seniors Guide. And you'll be sure and give her a call. And we'll see you all next week, okay? And we'll see you sometime.